Find it on the BBC iPlayer. Right, nearly half of working dads would like a less stressful job so they can spend more time caring for their children. It's the kind of thing we used to say about mums 10 years ago. A study for the charity Working Families says about a third of dads would take a pay cut to achieve a better work-life balance. Let's talk to three people about this. Martin Daubney, dad of two and former editor of the magazine Loaded. He resigned from his job after the birth of his son 7 years ago. Mohsin Jamil is a dad of three who runs his own company, would like to spend more time with his kids. And in Brighton we've got Tom Briggs. He quit his job 2 years ago to work from home so he could look after his two daughters and a son. Right, Mohsin, just briefly describe the kind of work you're in and why you need to be there 24/7.
I'm running a financial services firm which is a boutique. We are dealing into foreign exchange market, and we allow all the traders to come and trade on different stocks and shares. So this is my business, to be honest. I'm heading the business for last almost 6 years. It's my own business, to be honest. I feel that I have been occupied with my business inside out for the last 6 years, and I've given too much time. Of course, when you start a business, there's a lot of inputs which come from from the owner's side. So traveling, putting my head down with the business. Since it's a 24-hour market, I have to be more vigilant on that side, because as I said, it's in a fraction of a second you are on the other side of the game and you lose the business completely.
How old are your children now?
I've got three. The older one is nearly 13 now, and then I have another son who is 10 and a daughter 8.
We're just seeing a picture of them now, and you would like to spend more time with them?
I definitely like to spend more time.
Okay, Martin, you can see how he needs to be there and super vigilant with his business, because things can go wrong in a fraction of a second. What advice would you give to him?
Well, I think you're beautifully realising the richness that spending time with your children gives you, which is a richness beyond mere salary or remuneration. When I jacked my job in 7 years ago, for 6 months, when I was working 70 hours a week, and not only not seeing my child at bath time and story time, but not seeing my wife, I wasn't able to support, and it was just making me miserable. And I just thought, what's my life about? I was just turning 40. Is it about success as a business person or success as a human? And I just...
But are you saying this is, again, the kind of thing we used to say to women. Can men have it all? Are you saying you can't now?
Okay, so today's report pointed out something really interesting, and that is while more men are prepared to admit they want to spend more time, which is a great thing, a beautiful thing.
Right.
The flip side is we aren't supported sufficiently through shared parental leave. For example, we get 2 weeks, statutory minimum pay, and then that's it. So we have to go straight back to work, even when we don't want to. And we're seeing men downskilling, so taking jobs perhaps beneath their ability, because they want that balance, and so we're seeing this fatherhood gap emerging.
Tom, do you agree with that? There's a fatherhood gap?
I would agree with that view. Yeah, it's very difficult. Workplaces they still don't seem to understand what it can be like for working parents who also happen to be male. Yes.
So, do you think men can have it all? A fulfilling, successful job and all that time with the kids that they want?
I don't know about having it all. I do often say that I've got the best of both worlds, though, so maybe I'm contradicting myself there.
Because you work from home.
It's not perfect, but yeah. So I work from home, so I get more time with the kids and my wife, and I get to do my work as well. It's stressful like any other existence, but it's certainly better than my previous existence, for sure.
What are you going to do then? What changes might you make, or are you considering making?
Well, I think as my son is growing, he's gone to a secondary school. I think he looked at me as a mentor, as someone who can come forward and spend time with him, And I realized it quite late, to be honest, because there's two things to it. One, being a father, I want to give the best of the best to my kids, So you work hard, you set up your business, you start earning money. But then the dark side is that you can't give time to your kids.
So what are you going to change, if anything?
I think I'm going to take a break off my work, and I think I will slow down a little bit on my job side, take it easy, probably employ someone else to take the role, and I will give some more time to my kids, especially at this stage, as I said, because my kid is going to a secondary school. He definitely need me out there, and since I've taken a break out of my work, I have realized spending time with my kids, that they need me right now. They need someone to guide them, and this is the time. If I don't give time, then there will
never
be
get
a
it back
gap
again.
for sure. You know.
Is he doing the right thing, Martin?
Yeah, you know, when you look into his eyes now,
Yeah.
you can see, can't you, the genuine happiness that this brings in when he mentions it. And I think it's so progressive that men are admitting this and having these conversations and dialogues, that we don't have to be like our fathers and work non-stop. My dad was a coal miner. I never saw him apart from the weekends. He was a working dad. And so I became that dad. And we're unlearning, I think, to become more like our mums and more like our partners want us to be. And that, I think, is a route to better happiness, rather than being yesterday's man where you just never see your kids and you never get that time back.
And last Saturday I spent the time with my son, and I mean, it's after a very long time. I got an opportunity to go out for him, you know, to watch a movie alone and to have a dinner. And then
Just him and you?
Just me and my son, you know.
Yeah.
So there I realized that, you know, he wanted to say a lot of things to me, you know, and we shared a lot of stuff, you know, about school, about our daily stuff. You know, I want to play football, Papa, I want to go here, I want to do this, you know.
I'm going to stop you there,
Yeah.
because that's the end of the programme. I could have talked all day. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thanks for your time. Back.